I can hear you, but your volume is very slow, very less. So maybe you can speak louder.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Okay. Kalpana, I believe that we are meeting for the very first time. It's our first interaction.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Kalpana, can you go ahead and briefly introduce yourself, please?
Yeah. I am Kalpana. I am from Noida. If I talk about my educational qualification, I have done MA, BA, qualified CTET, UPTET. I'm a tutor as well as I run a YouTube channel and I have two children. That's all about me.
Okay. So, you are basically from Delhi only?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically from Agra.
Sorry?
I am basically from Agra.
Agra. Okay. So, you are from northern India only? Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Understood the point. So, can you tell me a little more about your hobbies, that what you like to do whenever you have some free time?
Whenever I have free time, so I read a book and listen to conversations video, practice of my learning English.
What was the last sentence? You mentioned that you read a book, you watch videos, and what was the last thing that you mentioned?
And I do practice of my learning English.
Okay, so tell me what type of books you like to read.
Now these days I'm reading Sudha Murthy's book.
Who suggested you to read this book written by Sudha Murthy? Who suggested you?
Yeah. So I listen to so many conversation video. In that video, for the beginner, suggested a Sudha Murthy's book because that book is very easy to understand. So that's why I bought that book and I read.
Okay,
The language is so easy.
so that means some tutor suggested.
Yeah.
First of all, Kalpana, you need to understand one thing, that whenever we narrate a story, it should be in past tense. I have written a feedback, and I will first of all help you with this, and then only we will go ahead with the discussion. Otherwise, you will forget that what you spoke, and you will not be able to relate to the feedback. Okay. So in here itself, I'll give you pronunciation related and grammatical feedback over here. And once this is done, then we will proceed towards our discussion further. Will that be okay? Mhm. Okay. First of all, I'll take up the pronunciation related feedback. I will speak out the word correctly. You also repeat after me. Okay? Easy.
Easy.
Okay. Another.
Another.
You said another. It's not another, it's another.
And another.
No, it's not another also. Another.
Another.
Correct. About.
About.
You are saying about. It's not about. It's about.
About.
Correct. Wealth.
Wealth.
Student.
Student.
Yes. Now there are two words, Kalpana, than and then. Okay. These are different. Than means when you are comparing, and then means afterwards. After this, then we will continue. I didn't say that after the feedback, then we will continue. No, then we will continue. So, whenever you have to tell that I am doing something after, then you will say then. But if
Then.
you are comparing, it is better than this,
Then.
then it will be than. So, most of the times, what people do, they think there is no difference between than and then, and anytime I can use it. But it is not like that. So
Yes.
make sure that you are using then and then in a contextually right way. Okay. Now, you said I read many stories, but you were talking about the past. That in the past
I
you
read.
read many stories. So it should not be read, it should be read. You should say, I read many stories. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you said came to a man, came too near. The order of the words is not okay, the sequence is not right. You should have said A man came near them. A man came near
Came.
them. Okay. Then you said they are friends, but since you were narrating a story, they were. Absolutely correct. They were friends. Okay. Then you said that girl said he must be know me, but there is no surety. So you should not say must, you will say might. He might know me. It should not be must here. You have to use the modal verb might. He might know me. Okay?
Okay.
Then you said interest for math, interest in math. For is not the correct preposition, in is the correct preposition. We are interested in the things, not for the things, we are interested in the things. So you will say in. He ruined my interest in math. Okay? After that, you said started think. Now started thinking. She started thinking,
Thinking.
not think. She started thinking. Okay. After that, you said she was always. No, she always. Was is not required over here. If you will check back the video, you can check the sentence. Was not required in the sentence. You could just have said she always wanted to do this. Was not needed. Was unnecessary. After that, you said the teacher said you have to understand math.
But ma'am, you now you told me uh, in the past we use second form.
Correct.
Okay, so always is used for present.
Always is a model verb. It depends on in which situation you are using it. It doesn't matter. Okay. So it depends on in what context you are using it. Always is not having any forms. It will remain always only. It will not change. Then you said understand math. Math is the entire subject. The teachers must tell the students that they understand the concept. So you will not say that her teacher used to tell her to understand math. Your sentence should be her teacher used to tell her that understand the concept behind the question, not the math behind the question. It's a mathematical question only. The concept behind the question. Understanding? Then you said it is a queen of a science. It is queen of science. Articles is not needed. It is a queen of a science. No, it is queen of science. Okay. And lastly, you said feel scared. I was not able to understand the last part, but I think you were trying to say that students should not be scared of asking their doubts. That's what you wanted to say?
Yes,
Students shouldn't be scared of asking the doubts.
yes,
Yes?
yes.
Okay, fine. So, Kalpana, please tell me, why do you like reading these stories? Only for the purpose of improving your English, or otherwise also you enjoy reading these stories?
No, no, I'm just reading the book, so that's why this is the topic in that book. So I read this story.
Okay. Now, what you said,
This time I only recall that story.
perfect. Now, Kalpana, here you said, I am reading. But are you reading right now? You are not reading, correct? You are talking about your habit.
Yes,
And whenever you are talking about your habit, you will not use the present continuous tense, you will use the simple present tense because it's a fact about you, or it's a hobby, or it's your daily routine or daily interest. So you will say, I read books for English communication or for improving the English language. You will not say, I am reading because right now you are listening to me. You are not reading.
yes,
Okay? So, whenever you are telling about a habit or a fact, it has to be in the simple present tense, first form of the verb. Do you understand?
yes.
So, how do you read the books? Because we can access them online and we can have a hard copy also. So, Kalpana, how do you like to access these books? You read online or you read
No,
offline?
no, I have book, so I read offline.
Okay. Have you ever tried reading online?
No, ma'am.
Would you
They
like to? Yeah, sorry, please. Mhm.
I search on online and then I purchase from the Flipkart. Flipkart.
Yeah. You will not
Uh,
say from the Flipkart, from Flipkart.
from Flipkart because uh, screen is not for good. Screen is not good for my eyes, so that's why I purchase because I listen or watch English conversation video and podcast. I spend so many time screen. Uh, is- I spend so many screen time.
Okay.
That's why I
Yeah. Okay. Kalpana, you will not say many, so many time. You can say so many hours because you can count the hours कि आप कितने घंटे काम करते हो. But you really can't say so many time. So much time. Much. Not many. Much. I spend so much time, so I purchase the books. And those books are called as hard copy books. So you can say, I purchase hard copy books from Flipkart. Okay. So, on and all, Kalpana, I would like to suggest that you have to take care of your pronunciation. That's important because there is an MTI. Do you understand what MTI is? MTI means mother tongue influence. Like you are a Hindi speaker, I am also a Hindi speaker, but when you speak, there is that tone of Hindi in your English. And as a result of this, it doesn't sound normal or neutral. So, while you are reading a perfect book, go ahead, continue with that. But please do loud reading. Like, do not read it silently. You take a story and read it loudly so that your mouth, your tongue, all the things they become habituated to English. So, loud reading is very important. Do you
okay.
understand what I mean by loud
Yes,
reading?
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, आपको जोर से पढ़ना है. That is loud reading. Okay? And
Okay.
once loud reading is done, then you can do the silent reading of the same story. पहले उसी स्टोरी को तेज पढ़ना है ताकि हमारा प्रोनाउंसिएशन बेहतर हो और फिर उसी स्टोरी को साइलेंटली पढ़ना है सो दैट हमारा कॉम्प्रिहेंशन बेटर हो. Same story. Okay, so this is one thing. Please watch this entire recording once again on a piece of paper. Write down the mistakes that I have told you and revise them so that next time when you speak, आप वही errors, the same errors you don't commit again. Okay. Yes. So Kalpana, that's all from my side. Now I would like to know if you have any question or if you have any feedback for the session. Please tell me.
Uh, Ma'am, I read books and practice, listen conversation, but I don't know why I'm not getting improved.
You are not getting improved because you are doing lot of things at the same time. आप बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ कर रहे हैं. First thing is you should decide one activity for one day. And first activity that you should do is the reading activity and second is the listening activity, but you don't have to do both the activities in one day only. One day only for reading, next day only for listening. And just keep your activities less and your focus while you are doing those activities more. Generally people do quantity but they do not work on quality. When you are reading a book, you are reading a story, जब आप एक story पढ़ रहे हैं, एक एक sentence, एक एक word, understand. Don't go fast कि मुझे एक दिन में 10 stories पढ़नी है. I'll read one story 4 to 5 times, but sentence by sentence, ताकि मुझे sentence का एक एक structure, एक एक word समझ आए. This is how you should read. Quantity पे काम ना करें, work on quality that you are putting, and you will see the improvement. You can do 4 days reading, 2 days listening, and one day you should just revise. Only revise what you have listened to, whatever feedback you got, आखिरी दिन सिर्फ रिवाइज करें and do it continuously for the coming weeks. Okay, but focus is very important. Generally learners do not focus, then they do not get the results. They do a lot of things but they don't focus. So focus बहुत जरूरी है कल्पना. You need to focus while you read, while you listen. That's important. Okay,
Okay.
any other question from your side before we wind up?
No, only I had one question, like I am doing everything but I am not improving. So every tutor always suggests me practice on past, present, future. You making tense mistakes, and sometime I'm not I'm not I'm not able to express my thought.
Yes,
Sometimes
but now right now you are expressing your thoughts. जैसे आपने मुझे सुना, अब आपके sentences बेहतर बन रहे हैं. सो टेक वन सजेशन कल्पना, सिर्फ एक ही सजेशन है मेरा. आप एक एक्टिविटी करो बट उसको दिल से करो, बहुत अच्छे से करो, ताकि वो हमारे दिमाग में घुसे.
yes,
ओके, हम बहुत कुछ करते हैं इसलिए हम कुछ नहीं करते. यू डू वन थिंग बट यू डू द बेस्ट.